who's here in studio.
The 19th hole 2022 John Deere Classic Trophy presentation sponsored by Sinclair Tractor.
Hey Devin, thank you. As you saw, it's a beautiful day out there at the JTC Classic, John Deere Classic. After 4 rounds of the John Deere Classic, JT Poston coming away with the victory. You can see the Pipers sort of making their way down to the 18th hole right now, where the trophy presentation will happen. The 29-year-old Georgia golfer winning this year's tournament with 21 under par with a 3-stroke lead. Let's take you out there and give you kind of a full view of what's happening right now on the course. Poston, we can tell you, just signed his scorecard not too long ago. That really kind of seals the deal for his victory. And as we said, he's walking down to the 18th green to the podium right now. This is Poston's second PGA win. He won the Wyndham Championship. That was back in 2019. And in just a moment, we're going to hear from a number of people before we see the trophy presentation. First, we're going to hear from Claire Peterson, the John Deere Classic Tournament Director. We should tell you, this is his last year with the tournament. Andrew Lehman will be taking the reins moving forward. We'll also hear from Patrick Eikenberry. He's the JDC Tournament Chair. And then, of course, John May, the Deere and Company Chairman and CEO. But, of course, what you're seeing right now, the Pipers, as they walk down and sort of take their position. We see this every year, and you can hear the excitement really building in the audience right now. And, of course, all of those speakers will be followed by the trophy and check presentation. Poston will walk away with $1.28 million. That's his prize for winning this tournament. He also automatically earns a spot in this year's British Open. Now, early in the week, we heard Poston talk about the confidence he had going into this tournament. Of course, it's paying off for him tonight. The North Carolina native, again, Poston winning the 2022 John Deere Classic. Folks are beginning to sort of take their positions at the podium.
Okay,
let's throw it back out there.
What a week we had.
I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time because there's a lot of other folks here that have something to say, but I will thank all of the volunteers, obviously. We had, I think, 1,600 people step forward, and any of them that are still here, let's give yourself a great round of applause. Unbelievable. All the people here in these snazzy new clothes, some beautiful sport coats and beautiful dresses, are our board of directors, and they stay with us for 9 years and are on the front lines of this. So another round of applause for our board of directors. Way back, unassuming as always, the staff. Only 7 people plus 2 interns full-time, and I couldn't be more proud. Obviously, we're going to hand the baton to this group after this, and the tournament's in great hands, so let's give a round of applause to them. And then this group back here, unbelievable. I got a lot of attention this week, but it's also Alex Studeman's last tournament before he assumes an elevated position, a promotion to a regional director, and that's the agronomy staff, and everyone all week talked about the golf course, rightfully so.
So leading the
volunteers and representing the board, always one individual steps forward. Our volunteer chair, I'm proud to say, Pat Eikenberry.
Thanks, Claire. We are back. This is the beginning of a new era. It's we call it our next 50 years, and I welcome everybody. What you've witnessed today is golf in its purest sense and form. A true competition, not only a world-class sporting event, but a golf tournament that supports our community by donating to almost 500 charities. We have a lot of thank yous today, and we'll start with you, the fans. This doesn't happen without you. Our hospitality partners, our vendors, they continue to come out and support us every year and do the best they can to put on the best show at the John Deere Classic. To my wife Trish and family, thank you. Thank you. And thanks to our amazing community. You deserve a round of applause. Thank you all. We also have a huge debt of gratitude to our Executive Director, Claire Peterson, our Tournament Director, Andrew Lehman, and an amazing staff, along with our Board of Directors, past and present. For the leadership and dedication to this event, they come here for 2-3 weeks. It's all year long, but we get started 2-3 weeks in advance, and they work tirelessly to put this event on, and it's just amazing. We also want to thank Todd Hyduk and his staff at TPC for Deere Run for hosting this wonderful event, and a special thanks to Alex and his ground crew. Amazing job they do year after year. You have all put on a great show. We're fortunate to have over 1,600 volunteers, as Claire mentioned. They give their time to make the magic happen here. These individuals are the heart and soul of this tournament. We would be lost without their valuable time and commitment. So please look around and give an applause to everybody in the green shirts. And of course, none of this would be possible without a great title sponsors who value quality and reputation is known worldwide. We certainly have the best on the PGA Tour and John Deere. Now let me introduce our champion for 2022, JT Poston. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president of John Deere's Ag and Turf Division, Mr. Mark Von Pence. Mark.
Thanks very much. Well, it's a great pleasure for me to be here today as a representative of the John Deere senior management team. And what a great finish again. Magic happens here. Don't you agree? Wonderful. So actually, this is not the only memorable finish. Actually, we had great times here on the course. And I can tell you, and I want to mention it, Pat, you said it already, this would be nothing without the great support of all those who volunteer here. These are employees, these are retirees, and these are members of the great community of Quad Cities. So one more round of applause, please, for the group. But I also want to mention what this does to the community. Many of you may not know the charity is worth $12 to $13 million a year, and over the 20 years of its existence of this tournament, we summed up to more than $150 million of charity. $150 million. And even more so, it's important for the community because the economy creates about 50+ million revenue here in the local Quad Cities year by year by this tournament. Another great achievement. I mentioned already the course. And, you know, many great players were winning here. Payne Stewart, P.A. Weibring, who also helped to architect this course. The course that used to be the Deere Wyman Farm, Hewitt Farm, horse farm, that was converted to this wonderful and great first-class golf course over 20 years, almost 30 years ago. And then, of course, winners like Zach Johnson and Steve Stricker, all of them in our history of this tournament. And now, of course, it's great to have another winner here, JT Poston. Very nice. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next year. And actually, I forgot something. Wow. I hope you forgive me, because Claire Peterson is retiring this year as executive director. And I think we all owe him what I said about the 20-plus years of the magic happens here. You and, of course, your teams, but you at the helm, you made it happen. Thank you so much, Claire. All the best. Help for the future. Hear what the community does. Thank you.
And without further ado, your 2022 champion, JT Poston.
Thank you. What a week. I got to say thank you to Claire for putting on such a great event. This is, I think, my 5th year playing here, and it's nice to get my 2nd win here, but all the fans here have been great, not only this year but in years past. They've treated me so well. All the volunteers, these tournaments don't happen without you guys. That's just that simple. So thank you for all the help and time that you put in to making this happen so we can come in and do what we do. The agronomy team, guys, incredible. The golf course is probably as good as I've ever seen it over the years, and it was a tough on a Sunday. So
Okay, thanks, man. All right, that's 2022's version. Like I say, the tournament's never been in better hands. The staff back here is going to do great things. Pat came up with the kind of the theme, the next 50 years for the tournament. So this is year 1 of the next 50. See you next year.
All right, Claire Peterson wrapping up the trophy presentation. You have been watching the 2022 trophy presentation of the John Deere Classic. Congratulations to JT Poston, this year's winner. You saw him accept his trophy, as well as a check for $1.28 million. The 29-year-old golfer also getting access to the British Open, which is coming up later this month. We're going to have complete coverage of the John Deere Classic tonight with the 19th hole after News 8 at 10. For now, we will be right back.